Hello, this is Fred Rowe from Sarah Bright Fly Fishing Guide Service. I've been teaching, guiding, writing, and lecturing on fly fishing in the Eastern Sierras since 1982. Let's get to this week's fly fishing report. It was opening weekend. Big news for the Eastern Sierra. It means all the waters are open to fishing. I have to say, opening weekend isn't the big exciting weekend it used to be. I went to the press reception dinner on Friday night. Used to be a great event. Still a great event, but what I realized we're missing, we don't have outdoor writers anymore. So there weren't a lot of those guys there. Now, it's all Instagrammers and social media stuff is what we're seeing. And then fishing wise, well, it's hard to get excited about the fishing when the waters I like to fish, fly fishing waters, I've been telling you guys about all winter, don't change. We fished them all winter. They're still open now. But there are a few waters that have opened up that are worth talking about. So let's talk about Crawley Lake. A few problems with Crawley. North Landing, still closed. The lake's starting to drop. Once it drops enough and the roads drive it out, they'll open up North Landing Road and we can access the north side of McGee and then North Landing arm of the Owens River arm of Crawley Lake. Guys minching, they did good. I know a young boy who hooked a huge 6-8 pound rainbow, got it right to the boat and lost it. But as Dad said, we were going to release it anyways, and we got to see it. So minching up there is doing good. Upper Owens, trophy trout, we're still in between the rainbows that came in the winter and the cutthroats we're looking for. But by next week, we're going to start looking hard for those cutthroats, and I expect to start seeing a few in the water. But in the meantime, 8 to 10, 8 to 12 inch juvenile trout are in the river, rainbows and browns, and they're taking dry flies and they're taking nymphs. What are they taking? Well, they're taking blue wing olives, they're taking Adams parachutes and elk airs on the surface. And under the surface, well, we're feeding the trout our flies. And what are they taking? Well, we're feeding them the beadhead flashback pheasant tail, the olive quildagon, the hotspot pheasant tail, and gold rib hare's ears. Okay, let's go over to Hot Creek. It's fishing good. It's starting to get crowded because it's a water that people kind of relate to opener. So a lot of people are starting to fish there. The road's open. You can access everything. Dry flies, dry on a dropper. So they're taking both dry flies and nymphs in there. On the surface, stimulators, Adams parachutes, elk hair gaddis, mini Chernobyl ants. Those are all working great on the surface for a dry and a dropper. Under the surface, for the dropper part and just nymphing, same kind of flies. They're taking tiger midges, zebra midges, olive quildagons, Frenchies. They're hitting all that stuff. All right, let's head down the hill and let's talk about the lower Owens River. 415, 425 CFS. It's done for the season. If it drops under 300, we'll let you know about it. But for the meantime, it's pretty much done as far as the fly fishing goes. Bishop Creek Canal, man, prior to the opener, it fished great. Friday, Saturday, Sunday of opener, it got pounded. I fished it Monday, actually got a Tenkara fly fishing lesson, so I can now teach Tenkara fishing for Tenkara Tanuki. So we fished it pretty hard for about 20-30 minutes, no fish. And Thursday, Friday, man, I had 8-10 fish in the same time frame. So give it a few days to settle back down, but it's still fishing great and mostly nymphing in there. And again, olive quildagon, beadhead flashback pheasant tails, tiger midges, zebra midges, and tan scuds in there. Okay, this has been Fred Rowe from Sarah Bright Fly Fishing Guide Service. I can be found on Instagram, Facebook, every Tuesday at Mahogany Smoked Meats from 9 to 11. And guess what? My favorite, I can be found on lpptv.us.